A sunny afternoon in Sarasota, Florida. A teenager walks home from a sleepover. Carefree, unaware that danger is just around the corner. Moments later, she vanishes, and the horrifying footage of her abduction shocks the nation. This is not just a story of tragedy, but of justice, loss, and a haunting question. How could this happen in plain sight? Carlie Brucia was just 11 years old, a vibrant, free-spirited sixth grader with a love for animals and music. She lived in Sarasota, Florida with her mother Susan and stepfather. Described by friends as kind and creative, Carlie had a bright future ahead of her. On February 1st, 2004, she left a friend's house around 6 p.m. She was wearing a pink shirt and jeans and planned to walk home, a route she knew well. But she never made it back. Carlie's disappearance might have remained a mystery, if not for one piece of chilling evidence. A car wash near her walking route had surveillance cameras. When police reviewed the footage, they were stunned. The grainy video showed a man in a mechanic's uniform approaching Carlie, speaking briefly, then grabbing her by the arm and leading her away. That moment, captured on tape, was broadcast nationwide. It sent shockwaves across the country. Millions watched, horrified, as the final moments before her disappearance played out on loop. The man in the footage was later identified as Joseph P. Smith, a 37-year-old convicted felon with a history of drug use and violence. Smith was no stranger to law enforcement. His rap sheet included kidnapping and battery. At the time, he was on probation. After the footage aired, tips poured in. Authorities received over 400 leads, and it wasn't long before Smith was brought in for questioning. But the truth was already far darker than anyone hoped. As the search for Carlie intensified, police scoured nearby areas, woods, fields, abandoned buildings. On February 6th, 5 days after she vanished, authorities discovered Carlie's body behind a church, less than 4 miles from where she was abducted. She had been raped and strangled. The nation grieved, the community mourned, and the questions began. How could a man with Smith's history be free? How did the system fail to protect an innocent child? Joseph Smith was charged with first-degree murder, kidnapping, and sexual battery. The prosecution's case was bolstered by DNA evidence, the surveillance video, and damning testimony from Smith's own brother. In 2005, a jury found Smith guilty on all charges. He was sentenced to death, but the legal battles didn't end there. Years of appeals followed, raising debates about the death penalty, Smith's mental health, and whether his confession had been coerced. In 2016, the Florida Supreme Court threw out Smith's death sentence, citing issues with jury unanimity. However, he remained convicted of the crime and was resentenced to life without parole. Carlie Brucia's case changed lives and laws. Outrage